Hey guys, Ben here from the Bear Pit TV, and today I've got our preferred 11 video for our home game against Southampton. Last time out wasn't so great, we lost 4-0 to Chelsea. It wasn't a horrendous performance, but we did have half our defence missing for the game. It's going to be a similar story this week, but we have got more players coming back, so I've managed to band together a decent 11, one that should be able to cope with Southampton at least. In the last video, I put us in a 4-4-2 formation. Despite the lack of centre-backs we have, Mark Hughes didn't go for that and he stuck with his 3-4-3 formation. I've gone with that this time around because we've got a few more players, and to be honest, that's what we're going to go with against Southampton, aren't we? In goal, I've gone for Jack Butland. It's an obvious choice, although we didn't make a save against Chelsea, not a single save. But he's our best goalkeeper by a long way. He's the future of England's football. He's got to come in. The first one in the back three for me is Kurt Zouma. Kurt Zouma was ineligible against his parent club Chelsea last game, but he's eligible to come back in against Southampton. He's not injured, thank God for that, and he's been great for us, so hopefully he can come back in and do a good job. Next, I've gone for Cameron, and thank God he's back fit, to be honest. He's not our first choice centre-back maybe, but we'll take anything at this point. Normally plays midfield for us, but he's played centre-back for his country. He's played centre-back for us before this season, and like I say, anything will do at the moment, even with all these players out. My last centre-back choice is Eric Peters. Not first choice, but he did okay against Chelsea. None of the goals were really his fault. I'd rather Kevin Wimmer if he's back fit, but Eric Peters will do fine. At right wing back, I've gone for Mam Diouf. What a transformation he's had since being a striker when he first came to us, and now ahead of the pecking order, ahead of Glenn Johnson, who, let's be honest, had a terrible game against Chelsea. But Mam Diouf, he brings that okayness going forward and going back. He's not great in either box. But he'll do against Southampton, he'll do a good job. His work rate's there and he'll be enough. On the left hand side, I've gone for Ramadan. I've gone for Ramadan over Josh Tymon because Ramadan's just that little bit more attacking that I think we need against Southampton. If we play too defensively against Southampton, we'll play into their hands. I think we need to be on the front foot, and I think Ramadan's that perfect option at left wing back going forward, and he's got that work rate and pace to come back as well. First choice in the middle is Darren Fletcher. Darren Fletcher didn't have a great game against Chelsea. He basically set up the goal for Pedro, he missed a sitter, and his passing was pretty awful, all over the shop to be honest. But he has played very well in other games he's played for us, and without Ryan Shawcross as captain, I think we need him in. He'll be okay against Southampton. I don't think he'll be as overrun as he was in the midfield of Kante and Bakayoko last game. He'll be alright this time. The other midfielder I've gone for is Ibrahim Afellay. I picked him over Joe Allen, which might raise a few eyebrows, but to be honest, even though we turned down a £20 million bid for Joe Allen in the summer, he's not been fantastic really. He's been alright, but he's definitely not showed what he has done last season, offensively or defensively. He's done a few things here and there, but he's not stood out for me, and I think Ibrahim Afellay perhaps brings us a bit more patience on the ball. Again, something I think we're going to need against Southampton, who might try and sit back away from home. And we need someone who's going to be confident on the ball alongside Darren Fletcher. Over on the right, I've gone for Xherdan Shaqiri. Obviously, he can't stop having good performances at the moment, even though the team aren't having the best performances themselves. He's been our player of the season for me. He's made loads of chances. He scored against Newcastle, and I think he could score again against Southampton. Over on the left-hand side, I've gone for Choupo-Moting. He's our top goal scorer in the league, and he's been pretty okay for us. His work rate's there for all to see. He's adventurous, he's got that bit of pace about him, he's got the physicality. He's been in the box around a few, picking up balls from Shaqiri, and I think he could be a good threat against Southampton. Finally, I've gone for Saido Berahino up top. We need him to have a couple of run of games and hopefully score a goal. We spent £12 million on him in 2 years trying to get him signed and match fit. Hesse for me isn't doing an awful lot at the moment. I know he's had his personal problems, and for me he should be sitting out from football at the moment. Crouch will be an option to come on from the bench, but for me this is a chance finally to get Berahino a goal. It's a really hard one again this week, so let me know in the comments down below what you think our starting 11 should be. I've left loads of good youngsters like Tom Edwards, Harry Souttar, who could well feature in this makeshift defence, you never know, and they could perform better than the options that we're trying to bring in as a makeshift. So yeah, let me know what you think. Well, that's it for our preferred 11 video. If you enjoyed it, leave all that good stuff down below, subscribe to the Bear Pit TV. Thanks for watching, and see you in another video soon.